fulfilled our father's wish by laying him to rest in Gilgil the very next day. This was done lawfully, respectively, and with dignity. It is therefore false and malicious to claim that the burial was blocked, that it was done at night without ceremony, or that there was any influence over the court. It is important to emphasize that this was not truly a burial dispute, but a property dispute. Unfortunately, the burial issue was used as a platform to malign my name and my office. Out of 7 siblings, I have been singled out unfairly and targeted because of my public position. I deeply regret that respected institutions and individuals, including my church, my bishop, my family, the county government, the governor, my businesses, and even the judiciary, have been dragged into this matter unnecessarily. These are honorable entities and people who should never have been attacked in this way. I stand today as a church leader, an award-winning deputy governor, a business person, and a family person. My integrity in service and in life remains intact, and I will not be distracted from my duty to the people of Kiambu by falsehoods. I also want to clear that the other family has every right under the law to pursue further remedies, whether through appeal or even an application for execution, should they choose to do so. So, that is their legal right, and we shall respect the due process. As a family, however, we have fulfilled our father's wishes of being laid to rest in Gilgil. Finally, in light of the ongoing vilification, slander, and defamation directed not only at me, but also through those associated with me, I will seek legal redress to protect my name, my office, and the dignity of all institutions involved. I urge the media and the public to treat falsehoods with caution, to respect the dignity of the departed, and to uphold the truth.
The court, Justice Helen Namisi correctly said, there is no property in a dead body. It does not matter whether the second family buries Mzemburu Kinani. There is no property. It does not give you an upper hand in a succession battle. In a succession court, all dependents, all beneficiaries are at an equal footing. So the reason why this family chose to respect Mzemburu Kinani's wishes has nothing to do with any other motive. It is simply to respect what Mzemburu Kinani wanted. He said he wanted to be buried next to his wife, Magdalene. He had lived in Gilgil. And what court did was take into consideration the modern life of Kenyans. So many of us are moving away from our ancestral homes. We're establishing different homes away from the ancestral homes. We don't have proprietary interest in our ancestral home. So Mzemburu Kinani did not have any proprietary interest. He did not have any land in Murang'a in his name. The only land he had in his name was in Gilgil.
The High Court, Judge Helen Namisi, overturned the decision of the lower court and directed that the burial be conducted in Gilgil. So that is what has caused all these things. That a lot of media are misled on the issues that led to the judge making the decision. The decision was made on the basis that Mburu Kinani had chosen his burial place as Gilgil. And remember, courts are guided by wills and choices, where deceased persons make choices. Once you die, it is the choice of your burial place that should guide the court. It is never always that you must be buried where your first wife is. And there are a long line of cases, and I know people cite Wambuyo Tino case, people being buried where they came from and all that. Mburu had 2 homes. He had Gilgil, he had Murang'a. He had no functional home in Murang'a. He had a functional home in Gilgil. And that is why the Honorable Judge Namisi, who has been criticized severally by many of the advocates from Mburu, arrived at the correct decision that Mburu be buried in Gilgil, according to his wishes. The invitation was clear, the time frames were clear. Once the decision was made by Judge Namisi, they were dissatisfied and went to stop the burial. They applied for stay, but they did not succeed in the stay. So it was a choice that they made not to attend the burial, but they were invited. We're open. The burial place is open, can be visited anytime, and the burial was conducted before nightfall, and there were people in attendance. How many people came?
Over 100 people.
People came in. So it was given the decent honor that a burial that ought to be accorded to any African man. Remember, at the time of this order, between the lower court, where they had stopped the burial, to the high court, it took 10 months. Mburu was in Kijabe Hospital for 10 months. The body was lying in the morgue for 10 months. How do you do that to your father? Detain him there because you want to, what? You don't want him to get married? Very wrong. That is overtaken by event. But they can still appeal on the principal issues. They can still file a case for exhumation if they want. If the intention, if that family truly respects their father, then they should honor the wishes of Mburu by letting Mburu rest in eternal peace.